Have you ever had a crush on your boss? If you've ever been a fan of those kinds of romance, well, prepare to be swept off your feet by our list of top 10 romance anime with master-servant relationships. Number 10, Maid-sama.
こういう格好すればそれなりに。って可愛いからって触りすぎ。薄い。大丈夫か？はい。
How likely do you see a broke feminist man-hater working at a maid cafe catching the eye of a guy, especially a rich brat like Usui Takumi? Well, this is the story of our girl Misaki Ayazawa, who ran into one of her annoyingly handsome classmates, Usui Takamui, at the cafe she works in. No one seems to know about Misaki's secret except for Usui, who suddenly had gained power over her and soon became her master of sorts.
あ、みっけ。
冷やかしか、根性試しか、挑戦か、挑戦だな。
The overall story of Maid-sama is a typical rom-com as our girl gets teased by Usui for being a maid. What makes Maid-sama worth watching is just how naive our girl is. Enough to not understand Usui's feelings for her, which makes her quite cute. From an anime beginner to a hardcore fan, this anime is worth watching as it's basically the dream romance of any tsundere. The story is really simple and funny, so you should definitely give it a go. Number 9, The Testament of Sister New Devil.
こんなもの全然。この変態。
If you watch this anime, you are basically a person who visited hell and came back here to life. It is what it is. A pair of very cute girls, Maria and Mio, start living with a high school student, Basara Toju, and changed his life completely. These girls are not your average kawaii girls, but one of them is a succubus while the other one is the future demon lord. So raise your expectations as you're about to witness these girls change Basara's life.
何よ。
そういう顔もするんだな。
なんかこういうのいいなって。
そうか。
As mentioned before, this anime is only for mature audiences and is different from your regular romance anime. The Testament of Sister New Devil is a rather hardcore romance anime that focuses on the themes of ecchi, harem, and battles. So if you're looking for an anime that focuses on girls and is the closest to high school DxD, this is your pick. Number 8, Hayate the Combat Butler.
こんなところで寝ては風邪をひいてしまいますよ。
浮遊してあった。その優しい笑顔は人生のどん底で凍てついていた少年の心にはかなり効いたという。
Ever wondered how it would feel to have a butler and make him have the luck of a frog on the highway? Watch this one. It's a hilarious anime that's full of parody and censorship. It revolves around an ordinary boy named Hayate, who's always known to be a good person, who's basically a slave. Yep, he's been forced to work for most of his life. One day his parents left him with a huge debt to pay with some yakuzas. Now our boy has lost all hope, thus he tried to do what? Kidnap a rich girl! But soon the plot takes twists, resulting in him saving the girl from mean people. The very same rich girl offers him opportunity to work for her as her personal butler.
お礼しなきゃな。
お礼なんて僕はもう少しで。
なんだ？遠慮はいらんぞ。何でも言ってみろ。
This anime is packed with cultural references and nods to other anime series and video games that'll make any otaku jump with happiness. This anime has multiple seasons, which means you'll have a ton of content to binge watch and enjoy. Number 7, The Duke of Death and His Maid.
君にとって僕が何なのか知らないけど。
クッキーもう一枚いかがですか？
話聞いてた？
君にとって僕が何なのか知らないけど。
Instead of a butler, how about a maid? This is basically Rudas, the MC of Mushuko Tensei's dream relationship. The only problem with the maid is that she won't let anybody touch her. But our main character, Bochan, is safe from all of this as he kills anything he touches. So it's definitely a match made in heaven. They go through all sorts of trouble and challenges as they try their best to break the Duke's curse.
関節キスですね。
わざわざ言わなくてよくない？
Although the concept of the story may be a bit tragic, yet the rom-com aspects make the story refreshing and fun to watch. The Duke of Death and His Maid is the type of anime that's wholesome and worth watching. What sets this anime apart is the way it communicates emotions like longing for affection while keeping the tragic events balanced. Curious to know more about the story? Watch it. Number 6, Vermeil in Gold.
悪魔に魂を売るってのはそういうことさ。悪魔を従属させる素質。それがお前さんにはある。もしキスがいちいちめんどくさいってなら。
Yes, this is the golden child of master-servant relationships because of one thing only. The goddess is known as Vermeil. This is the story of how an ordinary student like Alto scored ideal goals at the Magic Academy. Yep, that's the story of our boy Alto Goldfield, who ends up summoning a devil Vermeil after failing his summoning magic class. Together, they work on his magic skills and end up forming a magical circle.
私がアルトの使い魔だって言ってんじゃん。仮にも召喚魔術の教師ならわかんだろ。ほら。
The story is all about magic and demons with some satisfying animation. Think big succubus mommy gifts, if that's your cup of tea, and this show definitely delivers the goods. The animation quality is on point, thanks to a decent budget that brings those steamy moments to life. So if you're craving a healthy dose of romance and an enjoyable storyline to go with it, Vermeil in the Gold Academy will satisfy your cravings. Number 5, Inu X Boku SS.
失念しておりました。申し訳ありません。では左で。
そうじゃない。
お気になさらないでください。僕はリリチオ様をお守りするためにあるのですから。
Imagine being rich enough to buy an apartment complex but not finding peace there. Yep, this is the story of Richiyo Shakiran, a socially awkward and independent girl from a really rich family. People with supernatural powers and their assigned secret service agents, known as SS, live in this building and everything becomes crazy and quirky. This is why you should always check new apartments before buying them.
そういうのはやめろ。用事があるなら起こせばいいだろ。
なんとお優しい。
家の前でのたれ死にされても迷惑なだけだ。
気をつけます。
Overall, this anime offers supernatural elements blended perfectly with the daily life of the characters. Inu X Boku SS goes beyond plain storytelling, diving into deeper emotions and showing you themes of loneliness and even friendships. The chemistry and developing relationships between Richiro and Soshi will make you question your life as you feel jealous. So grab some popcorn, settle in, and get ready for an emotional journey with Inu X Boku SS. Number 4, Unbreakable Machine Doll.
大臣、荷物ならややが。
俺が持つ。ここは紳士の国だからな。通行人の視線が痛い。
Just as the title said, this anime has an unbreakable machine doll, and that's exactly what Elon Musk would do in 2025. Anyways, this is the story of a 20th century scientist who invented a mix of technology and sorcery called machine art. These insanely complex robots are made from some special spells that can be put into the objects to give them life. Raishin Akabane fails his entrance exams and partners up with Yaya, a humanoid robot, and together they defeat the top 100 students to participate in Evening Party. Not your local prom night, but a productive night where you use these machine art.
ガキの頃にさ、両国の花火を見たんだよ。親とはぐれて、二人でさ。
花火。いつかややも来神と行きたいです。
If you've always been a fan of anime that introduces physics and actually makes you learn a lot from it, Unbreakable Machine Doll is your pick. The series beautifully captures the steampunk atmosphere with its detailed, careful machine designs and Victorian-inspired environment. Even if you're a fan of action or fantasy, Unbreakable Machine Doll has got you covered with its interesting storyline set up in a mechanical world. Number 3, The Familiar of Zero.
私はルイズ。ルイズ・トラ・バリエールよ。
ああ、はいはい。だから俺はルイズさんが召喚した使い魔なんだろ。魔法使いとかが連れて歩くあれ。
What if you get whisked away to a magical kingdom where you serve a young girl, Luis, who's very complex to understand, and worst of all, she's a tsundere. Well, she's actually a proud and powerful noble who hides her real impatient attitude under a mask. Our poor guy, Saito, was living his everyday life in Japan until he got transported to a completely different world. It's the world of magic where magicians in suits practice their abilities to become the best version of themselves.
おい、 いやちょっとなおい
The Familiar of Zero is the type of anime that would get not-so-romantic people hooked to it. It's a really entertaining anime that's action-packed and has bold themes as well. From the art to the music, the whole anime is decent. The whole anime is a really lighthearted story with a cute romance in it. Other than that, it also knows how to pull your emotions in, so make sure to give it a watch. Number 2, Rosen Maiden.
助かったのか。純のドールたちのおかげよ。
僕の？
ドールたちは主人を選ぶわ。ここまで必死に頑張るのは純を守りたいから。
Now, this one might be even more underrated than the others, and it doesn't deserve to be. The story follows our boy, Jun Sakurada, a NEET who, after messing around with trial periods so much, ends up changing his life forever, in the worst way possible, by being the MC of a seinen romance. He's basically stuck with a doll called Rosen Maiden, and has to join a game that we can easily sum up to be Pinocchio Hunger Games.
あんなところで何してんだよ。
待ちくたびれちゃったんだもの。
あのな。
それよりさっきの態度はレディに対して失礼よ。
The plot is interesting even for romance anime. It's like a slice-of-life anime with future diary mixed into it. Instead of humor, the drama is just on point throughout the series, making the story heavier than the rest of the series. The animation definitely has that early 2000s vibe to it, and the characters are actually well written. If you want something out of the ordinary, maybe try Rosen Maiden. Number 1, Kami-sama Kiss.
つまらん意地を張って死ぬつもりか。
結ばれませ。
Away from all the ecchi and let's go to something more wholesome, like furry romance. The story follows Nanami Momozono, a high school girl who becomes a deity after inheriting a shrine from a mysterious man. As the new land god, Nanami encounters a lot of supernatural beings and faces the challenges that come with her newfound divine responsibilities.
その女をここに置くなら、俺がこの社を出ていく。俺は御影の紳士だ。その女に仕える気はない。
With the aspects of romance and fantasy combined, Kami-sama Kiss will fill up your loneliness and see two people fall in love that'll make you feel comfy as well. Kami-sama Kiss serves up the perfect recipe for a beautiful romantic comedy that'll leave you smiling. While the number of episodes may be limited, don't worry because it doesn't dampen the overall story or the growth of the characters. So if you want a romantic fantasy anime to watch, try Kami-sama Kiss, and that's why it's number 1.